be hitting them, Jimmy.
Hey, what's going on?
Scoot over.
How y'all doing? What's going on?
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm the one that needs to scoot over.
Bring your ass on over. Get in the camera, knuckle. We can probably put our microphones on though.
Yeah, that would help.
That would probably help. So once we clip,
Here we go.
and here we are.
I just want to warn everyone that I'm about to serve all of my looks
Okay.
for blackout.
Okay.
Papa came over yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, all right, so this is what we're gonna wear for Friday for the leather, lace, and rubber ball. So I gotta look for my teach. I gotta look for the AGM. I gotta look for the tea dance. So
Listen, what y'all gonna get is y'all gonna get what's in this closet.
Mhm.
That's what we gonna do, and that's where I'm at right now.
Hallelujah. All right. Hey, Joshua. Hey, Louboutin. How's everyone doing?
Hey, Louboutin, you been good? What's going on? Don't make my spidey senses go off.
Right. So today is, do me a favor. In that closet right there is a little container with a black lid. You open it up like this, and there's a pack of Lorna Doones in there.
You wait till after we get on.
I know, right? Please. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I mean, I didn't give you the nuts and the.
You did give me your
raisins.
nuts, but it wasn't enough.
I mean, it was only a little bit left in the package. I mean, what the fuck? It was a little stale to me. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and jump up and do this. I'm gonna get up out of the camera.
Yes, you're going to do that. Thank you.
There's only one pack in there?
There might be two, but only one's coming out of the closet.
No. There's two coming out of the closet. That's what we get ready to do.
All right. Make it snappy.
And then you want to make it snappy?
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
And there's also some Reese's in here.
I know, but none of that is in the offering.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and accidentally on purpose. Did I drop that? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop that. I didn't mean to crunch that one up like that.
Mm-hmm. You know them people from Philadelphia. Hooligans, the lot of you.
Yep. All of us. All of us.
Sweet. I mean, there are lots of ways that I would describe Epic. Sweet and kind is all words are on the list, right? But there are words that are further to the top. So anyway, you gave me the pack that was all crushed.
I really did not crush the nuts.
He did that shit on purpose.
I crushed the
Look
cookies.
at these cookies. They're all in pieces and shit. Anyway, so how was your week?
My week was nut crushing. It's been an interesting week. Had some trainings this week at the job, and it's always interesting because I'm sitting in a room full of people that I've never met before. And so it's for a lot of them, for many of them, it is my first interaction with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's just interesting. And then the project that we're working on is the implementation of a new system, which is the same system that we've used to do the HR and hiring process.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now just going to be the whole, ERP for the entire campus. And so it's interesting because people have been on this project for maybe 10 or 11 months. And here I am only 30 days in and I'm kind of like, what? So I'm trying to really pay attention. But it's just been 2 long days and we got one more long day. And that's pretty much it. It's just been but I did have a great chicken sandwich today.
From where?
For lunch from the place right there on campus. And it's called, I don't know what the name of the damn store is, but yeah, it's right across from the McDonald's. But it was cute. I had a good chicken sandwich, and it would have been even better. I'm only going to give it 3 out of 4 stars because it would have been better had it had a nice cold pickle or slice on top of that. And it just wasn't. There was no pickles on that sandwich.
I don't like pickles on my chicken salad sandwich.
It wasn't chicken salad. It was just a regular chicken breast.
Oh, okay. Well then, yes, I'll buy that.
Breast.
Hey, best friend.
So hey. But yeah, but other than that, it's been cool. It's been interesting. So, and not in a bad way at all.
I'm gonna say it's been real. It's been interesting, but hasn't been real interesting.
It's been alright. That's the only way I can say it's been alright. It's been alright.
Oh, you was offered a new job. Congratulations.
Come on.
We'll have to
Congratulations.
tell us all about it, or as much as you want to share.
Yeah.
So what else happened?
That was it for me.
Okay.
But I'm still stuck on listen, you got a new job, like come on, like listen, come on, congratulations and all that good stuff. Like what you doing? Like you moving? You need to you rent out your place, you relocating, what you doing? Like what you
Right. I'll be stripping at Nellie's.
Come on for stripping at Nellie's.
Come on. All right.
Well, listen, come on. If that's what you're gonna do, then
you got good knees for it, so you good to go.
You better have knees like Megan. Listen, if you want these $2, so, but yeah, that's awesome news though. Congratulations. But how was your week? I'm changing the subject real quick because he hasn't typed anything.
Well, I have an announcement. Breaking news.
Dominion has an announcement.
Breaking news.
An announcement.
So I have been offered the position at the Amtrak, and I start on October 24th.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Okay, come on for OPR. Back to DC, so no more commuting all the way to Baltimore.
Listen, baby, I know that life, and welcome back into the city.
Right.
Welcome back into the city. No more quarter tanks of gas a day. Come on back. What's up, Eccentric? Come on.
Oh, we had the same starting date.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because Amtrak and the federal government is going to be on the similar.
Yeah, because they're not federal, but aren't they federal relation, or they're just governed by the
quasi-public agency,
like the post office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which has never made any sense to me.
Almost exactly like the post office.
Okay, all right. So congratulations, we have two new hires in our show tonight,
and
on our show tonight.
The money,
hey Jasmine,
and the benefits. I'm not going to talk about money because.
But did you get what you wanted?
It was a 1G less than what I had asked for originally.
So,
but
that whatever
it was no, it's not that.
Yeah, I was like, it was somewhere.
No.
Okay, but you're good.
Plus a 15% bonus. Plus,
is that contingent on
performance of the company?
Gotcha.
But they're at 100%, 109% for the year so far, so we're good to go.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I won't get the whole thing because I will be starting October 24th.
What are they doing it by quarters? Because are you even going to be?
Mm-hmm. So I'll be getting it for the fourth quarter.
Is it retro? So
no, it's not retroactive.
Because I was like,
bitch.
But
okay. Can you imagine?
Listen, if it was retroactive for the year at least, because you've been there for at least the year,
as a contractor. So no, they're not just going to be giving me money.
Okay.
But then there's the bonus. There's 26 days of vacation.
Good.
Plus 10 paid holidays, plus 2 personal days, plus 1 personal day, 2 floating holidays, 5 community service days or some shit. So it's a bunch. It's a lot.
A bunch of time. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I am going to be using every bit of it. Gone is the days of the long weekends. We're going to take a Thursday and a Friday, and because Monday's a holiday. No, girl, I'm going to be gone all week. We're already planning for the slave and I are planning because, my birthday is 2 weeks before our anniversary. So I was like,
can we just listen, just stop for just 1 second. Just stop.
Don't be,
Wait a minute, Linda. Wait a minute, Linda. Wait a minute.
Yeah, what Redacted Airlines. She didn't call me back. They offered me a job, and even when I was going to become permanent at Redacted Airlines, they were talking foolishness about money. This is the railroad. The railroad ain't going nowhere. They got me on railroad retirement. So when I do retire, I will get Social Security
And
plus
the railroad.
pension.
But
So,
hold on. We're gonna go back. I just want you all to listen. Go tune into some of our old shows. Just go back to some of our old shows because this is episode 193. But go tune into some of our old shows, like maybe somewhere around like episode like 80 or like our first couple ones on YouTube, and maybe even some of the ones when we was at the other place. But look at the growth. Listen, my breast to here. It is growth. It is growth. Growth. We are so proud. Listen, we are so.
So Redacted Airlines did not. Old boy never followed up with me, and I ain't begging the girl. So, and that in some ways it would have been fine, but in some ways it would have been a step backwards.
Okay.
Not really, but what does it mean? The fact that they don't finish the conversation. So I would just keep it moving, and I'm not going. I don't beg the girls for a job. He hit me out of the blue talking about, "Are you available?" I said yes. Then that means you have a need. Then you haven't followed up for like 3 weeks. So, and I'm not mad. I'm 100% not mad, but I'm not mad. But I'm also not going to be. I am pursued. I don't pursue.
So here's the question. What if Redacted Airlines comes back to you with some ridiculous amount of money?
I'm not stupid.
Okay. They're like, listen, you walk away right now. We're gonna cut you this check.
I would have. I'd have to go back to Amtrak and be like, yeah, this is.
And this is.
I got a better offer. Y'all are cute and everything, but this is cuter.
Right.
So But the thing about it is that this is a long-term investment.
And that's the thing. I
could retire from this place. This is the first job that I've worked at where I could see myself retiring from the company.
And being a man of a certain age, listen, that's one of because listen, that is exactly how I thought about the last job and I thought about this job. I was like, listen, what does this retirement look like? That's what I'm concerned with.
Right.
I like everything else is great. Salary is definitely important and the job and all, but what does this retirement look like? Like, what am I getting out of this?
So this weekend pass was also Leather Leadership Conference. So I arrived. Everything worked out fine. I didn't check a bag, so I had all of my bags carry on. She was full.
How many bags did you take with you?
2, but they were all carry-ons.
You had wait.
You have the one bag that's overhead and one under the seat.
So you had 2 carry-ons. That's all you had.
That's all I had.
You didn't check anything underneath the plane.
I didn't check anything underneath the plane.
You didn't give the what's his face go? The Asmac go with you?
No.
Okay. So you flew by yourself. Nobody else was carrying another bag or anything.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So I get there, and as I'm getting off of the plane, and I'm on. This is in Atlanta, so I'm on the SkyTrain to pick up my rental car. The recruiter from Amtrak calls me, and he was like, "Hey, you got a few minutes to talk?" And I'm like,
Bob.
No, because I'm on the fucking SkyTrain. So then when we get back to the hotel, he's like, yeah, so we're pleased to make an offer. They say how much money it is. And, he's going through all the benefits. He's like, and I'm writing it down. I was like, 26 days of vacation, huh? Okay, that's 26 days flat out, not 26 days inclusive of the 10 days, which is what I got. I get 26 days of vacation plus 10 paid holidays, plus 2 floating holidays, plus a personal day, plus it was 2 days of community service time, and that's what the 5 days is. 5 days of I can't remember what they call it, but it's like adult dependent care. So if you've got any sort of adult, a sister, probably not a best friend, but could be somebody that you got to take care of, someone that you have responsibilities for, you can take up to 5 days off to a year to do all of that. So altogether, it's like 2 months worth of time that you can be out of the office doing all kinds of stuff. And so he was like, well, just let us know. We kind of like for you to accept within 72 hours. I was like, bitch, it's accepted.
I just want to write this down so I can look.
Right. He said, well, I'm going to, when I send the letter over, then all you have to do is go back and accept electronically. And I was like, okay, well.
So send me the letter.
That's done. So that was done, and then I had a meeting on Monday with my financial planner because I was like, when he started talking all that retirement shit and vesting and all this, my eyes glazed over. So I was like, let me just provide it all,
honey.
I was like, let me just provide it all to Justin, the financial planner, and let him tell me what I need to do with all of that. And so that's how that's going to go. So then LLC itself was good. It was super busy. It was also, these events are also re-energizing.
Yeah.
And
they are.
Yes, Lonzy, I can carry over vacation time year to year. So what that means, because 26 days of vacation, I can easily use it. But
let me tell you
something.
That is one of the reasons why I love working in education, baby.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people who I might take a day off for like mental time here or there. I'm not going to take a whole week off just to sit around.
Oh no, I'm trying to do something.
So I don't have, the money is cute, but the money is not cute enough for me to take 26 days of vacation somewhere. So it's unlikely that I'm going to use every hour of that. So 2024, I might have about 35 days of vacation. So when I do want to take a trip, I can take a trip. Again, like I said, no long weekends nowhere. We're going nowhere where I'm going to be gone for less than a week. And even when we were in Cancun, there was this married couple, this black couple that was at the teppanyaki grill with us. He apparently proposed to her like 11 years ago when they got married. So every year they come back. But what they started doing is the resort that they met us at was, I can't remember if it was week 1 of 2 or week 2 of 2. They stayed they had a different resort. So they were at a week in one resort and a week in another. So I think that's what it was. They do the 1 week at the Excellence because that's like nostalgia.
That's all right, girl. You made it here. You in here now. You in the house now.
And so that's like the comfort zone. So we know what that's going to give. But then they stay at another resort in Cancun. So it's like experiencing new stuff too. But anyways, yeah, so that's that. So LLC worked out beautifully. We had a good time, and I bought some fabulous stuff. In fact, I want you to vamp while I go grab something. I forgot. It was a lot going on.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will now be starting the vamping.
Oh yeah, you'll get to see me in one of my cruise ship looks.
Do you want to do a cruise ship look, or you want to just kind of?
Not right now.
No, I'm saying that's what I was like. Do you want to? Are you just bringing? Okay, never mind.
No, that's not what I'm bringing.
Okay, all right. So anyway, so welcome to the epic show. This is an epic evening. This is an epic evening. Please don't mind the dog in the background. The dog is just making all types of noise. Like he even sounds like Dominion. That's what it is. The dog. He just spent too much time with Dominion. So, but hi, hey.
I heard you trying to take over. You ain't slick. You ain't slick at all, Miss Thing.
And mic it up. Okay. But so yeah, well, first of all, Lola, glad you're here early, and glad you're here early enough to see all the nonsense.
Yes.
Spectre, are you finished? Are you on your way home? What are you doing? Because shouldn't you have an appointment tonight? Like, what's going on?
So while I was at LLC, I went to the leather market and got this fabulous piece. So you just actually, how did I do it? Just like that.
It's a bracelet. It's nice.
With Swarovski crystals, and she's got a little.
She's real cute.
And apparently,
I'm waiting for this to stretch out because I feel like it's a good implement. It's a good.
No, it doesn't.
Striking implement.
It could be, but no, I'd be afraid that the things, because these are Swarovski crystals.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's for show, and she was only $40. And the woman, the vendor that sold it to me, she was like, people kept saying it was overpriced. I was like, 40. This bracelet, this stretch bracelet, which sort of slides off like this and slides on like that, with these Swarovski crystals, and these hematites are magnetized.
Hematite is expensive, from what I remember.
Yeah, and I mean, it's lightly magnetized, which keeps it together though. And she was like, people were saying that $40 was too much. I, on the other hand, looked at it, because it caught the glimmer off in the corner, and I was like, oh, I must have this.
Like, what is that?
And then she was like, it's $40. I was like, sold immediately. And then, of course, guess who walks up as I'm.
It's kind of heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
Guess who walks up as the word sold is coming out of my mouth.
Why don't we go say Taisha?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mufasa. And he was like, oh, that's lovely. And I was like, yes, and it's been sold. And so like the whole weekend, he accused me of stealing his breakers. I didn't steal anything, sir.
Hey.
Dominion does not steal. Dominion finds a bargain and he takes advantage of it before someone else does. So get it together, Miss Thing.
Hey, Mr. Sugar Snap. Haven't seen you in a minute. Shit. I have to call somebody and apologize because I was supposed to do something yesterday and it just hit my mind. Not you.
I've had that kind of that happened to me this week too.
Bitch.
So
one of the girls in The Price is Right. And this can be yours if the price is right.
So while you're doing this, you can see my beautifully, totally smooth forearm.
Did you shave your forearm?
It was shaved for me. So one of the things that you have to do when you accept an offer for Amtrak is within 72 hours or 3 business days of accepting the offer, you have to get a drug screening. And they don't do Amtrak doesn't do. They do hair,
which is 6 months.
Which I've never.
I know. I'm just saying that is 6 months.
So that didn't do. That was fine with me.
For those of you that may dabble in the drugs and stuff, it usually stays in your hair within 6 months. That's why that's the most invasive.
So I had never had that before.
Yeah.
So I thought they were just going to pluck a few hairs. I was like, feel free to take any of these grays.
They decided where they're going to take it.
No, he gave me a choice. But he was like, he said if we taken it, he said they need like a cotton ball sized wad of hair. And if they took that much off of the beard, they said I wouldn't like it. I was like, he said, do you have any hair anywhere else? And I'm like, he wasn't cute, but he was fuckable. So, in my mind, I was like,
well, I mean, I do got some cues that I need to.
Right. But no. So he was like, I'd do the arm. And because the hair on my arm isn't super heavy, I could have given him.
You could have gave him a whole shoulder.
Like this shoulder.
Let me braid this up real quick. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
And so he had to shave my whole forearm to get enough hair. But that was a gag too, because here we are on Tuesday. I had the appointment at 9 a.m.
Okay.
I am It's like 1:30. I'm eating my little Smart Ones lunch meal, and I'm like, oh shit, I was supposed to go do that. And this was the 3rd day. And so I called them and they were like, as long as you're here by 4:30, no one cares. So I gave them, so I made it up there, and then on the ride back, so I called, so I had to Uber over there because Kendra had my sister had my car.
Okay.
So I had to Uber over there. Uber over there was uneventful. This was way in upper Northwest.
Okay.
Like we actually went down and around on the first part of 66, came back across the bridge, and then made that left down past Georgetown University and all of them houses to get back into that part.
So you were up in Northwest.
You were up in by American University.
Up in that part. So were you up in the part where the big houses were, or were you up in houses?
We went past all the big houses
where the newer houses are that are in
those two, and then past that and then back.
Yeah.
And then so we get there, and then we do the test. The test takes all of 10 minutes to do.
Right.
Then so I hop back and I call an Uber. The first Uber, she accepts it and then cancels, talking about she only does Uber Eats or some shit. And I was like, well, then why did you accept it? But whatever. So she said, and I can't cancel it on my end, so you have to cancel it.
No.
I canceled it, and then they charged me, and then immediately I disputed that shit, and I was like, and then so
that's why they
refunded it. They refunded it.
Whoever cancels it is the person that gets charged. That's why people, even with Lyft, they used to always say, well, can you cancel out the ride? No, girl, I'm not canceling. Listen, if I cancel the ride, it's because I want to get, fuck you, but you didn't want, I told you right. Yeah, that's a whole different story. Right. Go ahead.
So then the second woman comes and baby, so I get in the back of her Nissan Rogue and it's new, but either she was wearing some very cloying perfume or body lotion or whatever, or
was it Jungle Gardenia?
Something very like that. Mixed with Anjuli. Anjuli, come on. I can bring home the bacon with Anjali fried up in the pan. With Anjali, and she'll never let you forget you're a man. 'Cause I'm a woman. Anjali. Yeah. So anyway, so we in the car, and as soon as I get in the car, she's like hesitantly like, "Are you from DC?" And I knew where this was going. She was like, I'm like, I'm not familiar with this area, which is not true. I could have guided her home from there easily. But ma'am, you know, as a Lyft driver, you've got fucking turn-by-turn directions right there on your phone.
What was she trying to do? Was she trying to stop somewhere?
No.
She wanted you to just pay her flat?
No. She just wanted me to help guide her home because baby, them turn-by-turn directions were not as helpful to her as you might have thought. Because there were a couple of times, so, you know, I'm in the back. Because, baby, I'm in the middle of the workday. I am the new senior pro. Don't start until the 24th, but the bitches is already
getting you to do work.
Right. I am the senior program manager for major stations, digital technology. So I got shit to do, you know. So I'm waiting until I get my government, my Amtrak phone, because then if people call me, I'm be like, all those calls go
right
to
on
the work phone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be calling
that
me.
number.
Yeah, I'm not even going to add it to my email no more. But, you know, so I'm working. Actually, I was TikToking on my earpiece or whatever.
That's all right.
And see, all of a sudden, we're like, then, you know, like 5 minutes later, and I'm like, this bitch is trying to kill me. So them turn by turn. And see, you know how some people be like, oh, I don't like driving in DC. And that automatically tells me you're a terrible driver because it's just a road. It ain't that difficult. But she was driving exactly 23.6 miles an hour all the way from upper Northwest back to this house.
Listen,
we're just like puttering along.
Did she have Virginia tags?
Oh, I ain't.
Because usually there's people like that. They have Virginia tags, and I'll be so mad.
And she was just going so slow, and she kept making wrong turns and slamming on the brakes, and it's just killing me. I was like, girl, please let me get home from this girl. So anyway, but I made it home, and, you know, I just dashed over the part where you give a rating. So I don't.
If you don't, but remember, your driver can rate you as well. And Lola and I were talking about this. If somebody gets in my car and I ever want them again, I will politely give them a 1 or a 2, get out of my car. Don't come back, because they won't get me. But if you as a rider give them anything for a Lyft, if you give them anything a 3 or below, you won't get them again.
What are the chances that I would get the same rider in the whole city? I don't even ride it that often.
But again, if you definitely know you don't,
all of the times in my life that I've used Uber, I've never had the same person twice. Also, I don't pay attention.
But it also depends on where you're coming from. Because I know if I'm starting to Lyft from my neighborhood,
right,
I get people in the neighborhood.
I only use.
So it's a good chance I could.
Yeah, I only use Uber by exception. So if we're going downtown for the Pride Parade, I'll use Uber.
But you can rate. I'm just saying you can rate them.
Right. I know I can, but I don't want to fuck up nobody money.
It don't fuck up their money. They just won't come back and get you.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it's a done deal now. So that's that. And so, like I said, they've already started using me. So that is why I am tired as shit. So we had new people, including, you know, the people, one of the people that's going to be reporting to me now.
Okay.
And so, you know, I'm expected to be a leader. Before, I was just sort of welcomed as a leader. And, you know, they were like, oh, well, he can do it. Now it's like,
what you gonna do?
Right. And then on top of that, today, you know, companies are contracting. So we have a whole building with Remember I mentioned on this show back how March 1st or May 1st, we was all supposed to go back to the office. We went through this whole thing and providing schedules, and we're going to be in the office 3 days a week. You work at home Monday and Friday, and in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and all of this other shit. And and I'm a team player, and I'm not in a position, to be like, I'm not going to do what the big boss say. So the big boss say my ass supposed to be there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I assume that meant he was going to be there too. Girl, I got there on Tuesday, all happy-go-lucky. His ass was not there. His ass wasn't there on Wednesday. His ass wasn't there on Thursday. Now, he was working because we was on calls together, but he lived in Annapolis, so it's not like he lived on the other side of the world.
It's a cute trek, but I mean,
it's a cute trek, but it ain't.
It's not going to drop.
I mean, it's not like he lives in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's a cute trek.
So, and he never came into the office, and so.
Look at this one. Need a space for a holiday party. Look at this one. Look at this one.
Right. And then, so since no one came, so at some point over the summer, because, everybody got a badge in, they were like, on the busiest day this summer.
Bitch.
I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say the office space holds 1,000 people.
Bitch, I had 27
on
people.
The busiest day. I wish. On the busiest day, it was like 12 people in the whole building.
Oh my God.
And so, Amtrak, there's Union Station,
and
you don't know all of the offices. We got a whole building that we own on one side of Union Station, and then 2 other whole buildings where we lease space on the other side. So one of those buildings, the one that's the dirtiest and the shittiest, the one where only like 12 people out of 1,000 came on the busiest day this summer, they were like, yeah, October 1st, we turn it off the network, which is the equivalent of saying everybody got to move out. Because what the fuck is the point of coming to the office if you literally can't plug, unless you got a hotspot, you can't use your laptop, you can't use anything because we're literally turning off the internet in that building. So we had to move all of our shit today. And so my boss is like, do you have some time? And I'm like,
sure.
I mean, okay,
like,
whatever.
I mean, I got other stuff.
My paycheck still come regularly, so sure. And I was there, and so I was helping move boxes and shit today. So I'm a little tired. So we're about to wrap this up.
What are boxes and shit? Well, okay, listen, there's a paycheck attached, and
it's also our space. So I don't want to make it sound like I was doing random shit, but like for our digital technology space. It's digital technology.
Right.
So the team that we work with needed to move, and their technicians, we're the senior peoples, actually. We shouldn't have done it, but
Listen.
Now we did have a moving firm that did the heavy lifting, but you know what it was? It was the van in Los Angeles all over again. So the movers did the heavy lifting. So, they lifted the 70, 80, 100-pound boxes, and everything had a box, a label for the room that it went in. But then all the shit was just sort of sitting in the middle of the floor. So I'm in the room because the VP is going to come take a look at this tomorrow.
He wants to see the space.
So we'd already built out the space. It wasn't supposed to have this original purpose, but now it is. And so it's like, they get paid to move. They don't get paid to organize. So that was what I was doing. I was lifting a box that was maybe 10 pounds, but it was a ton of them. So I'm just organizing it and doing Tetris inside the room. Favorite thing. So yeah, so it was literally, I told that story. I was like, yeah, there was this time this was like, how about if you just move to the side and just let me organize this, because this is. And if you recall, the part of that story was that we were late.
Yeah, we were.
And waiting for him
mad.
I was hotter than
he was like,
fish grease.
We need to be there by this time again. He was like, all right, man.
And he was very low key because he gets paid, but that ship will leave.
Like this ship is gonna leave without us.
Speaking of which, we got to talk about that as well.
Well, you already got a ride with me. No. I'm talking about the times that everybody's getting.
You need to check in. We're checking in at 12.
But I'm saying, what's the time? That's what I was going to ask.
We're checked in at 12.
That's what. Yeah.
Or we're checking in at 12. Same for Mike Beckett.
So I skipped over all that because it didn't give me a time. That's why I was saying.
No, you have to select the time.
I understand that. I didn't know what time to select. So I didn't know. Thank you. That was my question.
And Spesh is checking in at
1
or 1, whatever.
I got that. So okay, all right. So we're
But just so you're clear, we are leaving the hotel on Monday morning. We're getting up at 7, and we are in the car by 7:30.
Why are y'all leaving at 7 a.m.?
It's a 3-hour ride.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
From Orlando, Fort Lauderdale to Orlando.
I forgot.
And that
all right. Okay.
That allows us to do 2 things.
All right.
Since I got to bring all of these toys and gears, I've already shipped a box to Volt's house.
Listen,
so I got to get to a UPS store.
7:30 is my call time. That's all I need to know.
7:30 is your call time.
That's all I need to know.
You need to be checked out. You need to be in front of the hotel with your bags and ready to go.
I'll be looking like a homeless person at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay,
that's what I'm gonna do. Listen,
you're gonna need to change. You want to have a getting on the boat look?
No, listen. Let me explain to you what this vacation is for me. This is literally the first time I've had a vacation since
the last time we went to
the last time.
Cruise?
No, when I went to Cancun for my 50th, and so I've had weekend trips here and there, but I have not had a blue water beach significant time off to do absolutely nothing and not have to report into anything. Actually, no. Since
I feel like I might wear
year.
one of these. One of these might be my.
When I tell you,
getting on the boat.
When I say I don't give a fuck, when I roll through, I don't give a fuck. Is my?
Did you see the hatch downstairs?
No. As long as my shit is paid for and I ain't got no. Listen, that's.
And did you get the drinks package?
Yeah, long as my shit is paid for, like just I don't want to hear no shit. I don't want to hear nothing. Right. I got I got my motherfucking my fucking Crocs that are comfortable as shit. And I
let me tell you why you don't wear Crocs, because that floor is always wet. And baby, I almost died.
Let me explain to you.
I bought Crocs.
I bought the Adventure Crocs, one that has a thicker sole with the. Listen,
it's not the thickness of the sole; it's the fact that it slides on the tiniest bit of water on them smooth surfaces on the Lido deck.
They're comfortable. I'm going to walk on the motherfuckers and keep it moving. But listen, if I slip and fall, I don't want to go over the edge. So
you won't go over the edge.
I won't slip. Listen, I'm not going to fit in between the space between the bar. Right. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just saying.
The name of the ship might be the Carnival Epic after this cruise.
But my whole point is, I don't give a fuck. Listen, I don't fuck. I might even comb my hair after blackout. Listen, I'm ready to lay down and do nothing.
I'm going to get my beard colored tomorrow, and then when we get to Fort Lauderdale, Volt, and Isu are getting our nails done on Sunday.
Okay, so not spoiler alert, but announcement. I have to see my barber next Wednesday at 5:00. So there's a good chance that my ass will be running a little bit late.
Well, we're doing that.
Show.
I will be in Fort Lauderdale. I'll be in Orlando then anyway. So it'll be all you just got to do is get home.
Right. So I'm just saying. So at some point, that's what, because we already know that's a lot. And this motherfucker is now.
He's what?
This motherfucking price is going up again.
I noticed mine went up from 50 to 55. Is it going up more?
It's $65. And so now I'm sitting there thinking, like, bitch, I might have to come to you every 3 weeks, bitch.
I still need to come every week. I just might need to find somebody else.
Like, bitch, what the fuck? What happened to the days of the $25 haircuts?
Now we are at $260 a month. Because I get my shit done every week.
I do every 2 weeks.
My hair grows too fast for that.
Well, but anyway. So
yeah. Well, Eccentric, you need to plan for BGKH at Sea October 1st through the 8th in 2023.
Well,
leaving out of Fort Lauderdale.
But Eccentric, you can still. Well,
it was because it's getting from Fort Lauderdale to Cape Canaveral, which turned out to be the issue for people.
Right. Well, listen. I hope it would have been nice if you'd have been on the boat.
I mean, if you still want to come, we'll get you there.
We can try to figure out something.
We'll strap you to the roof.
Yeah, I mean,
for a fee. How you doing?
you would have to sign an NDA as well, just so that we're clear.
So anyway,
NDA and
let's see what else. Yeah. Do we have anything else to? I feel like I had.
I'm good. I'm just kind of like I'm just waiting for the waiting for next week because I've realized I'm like, shit, it's next week. When I logged in, that thing said you have 12 days. I said, what?
Exactly. I was like, that time snuck up on us. I'm not mad at it.
No.
You know,
I'm mad now because I'm like, I needed to go faster. I'm like,
the one thing you need to do. Did you book your excursions?
No, I did not. So which was
I posted it in
I saw
our
that as
group.
well. Yeah.
So you need to do that. And I also booked the transportation from the cruise port back to the airport. It was like $35 a person.
So that's booked. So when I log in, because I started adding all the stuff
available there.
Yeah.
And you should have at least $100 in cruise credit. So some of that
I don't know what. I don't know how much is on there. I don't know what that was. But
all right. So just quickly. So remember that story with Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears?
Uh-huh.
She dismissed her lawsuit, which I guess that means she got paid off or it was bullshit to begin with.
It's in OneNote too.
What?
That story's in OneNote as well.
Oh, you already had that one? Mm-hmm. All right, well then I'll
yeah, no. So no, go ahead. I'm saying you can read that because I just literally it's
where is it? Oh, it says she that's all her gigs after abuse claim. Oh, okay. All right, you can.
No, go ahead.
I know I've done a lot of talking.
No. You started with Tiffany.
No, but it's fine. So I'm saying
finish with Tiffany.
I am.
Go with Tiffany.
We can finish with Tiffany, but you go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
Bitch, you already started. That's a goddamn story.
Okay, so Tiffany Haddish says she lost all her gigs after abuse claim. Following notice of dismissal filed by the plaintiffs for a lawsuit involving allegations of molestation against comedians Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears, Haddish says the suit cost her work. The Girls Trip star talked to TMZ about the aftermath of her and Spears being accused of having groomed and molested two minor siblings years ago in a lawsuit originally filed in LA Superior Court. Quote, I lost everything, she told a TMZ photographer who questioned her at LAX airport on Wednesday. All my gigs are gone. Jane Doe filed a notice of dismissal Tuesday, and the case was dismissed with prejudice based on documentation provided to CNN by a representative for Haddish. Dismissal with prejudice means the case cannot be refiled. The complainants were referred to as Jane Doe and John Doe in the suit. According to the complaint, Jane and John Doe, who were 14 and 17, blah, 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 molestation, yada, yada, yada. In a separate TMZ video, Haddish said she was concerned about the kids and making sure they were okay, adding that she felt relieved the lawsuit had been withdrawn and does not talk to Spears. I mean,
I think that there's a piece of me that feels like that piece was for the public. Because I don't necessarily know. I'm not sure how I feel about when I say the piece about talking to Spears. Because I don't necessarily know if,
and I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really know if that. I don't know because
the thing that got it was not the allegation. It was not the allegation. It was the video. The video was bad. It did not cast either Ari Spears or Tiffany Haddish in a good light.
Listen.
So they set themselves up for that.
They did.
I mean, lots of people make claims about, so-and-so abused me, but rarely is there video that, cast people in that light. So, I mean, I'm sorry for, and a lot of people don't like Tiffany Haddish, but I feel like a lot of that is internalized misogynoir. So it's hatred of Black people and Black women, and she's too loud, she's too ghetto. You know how sometimes, like, if someone is too femme or too gay, and it makes you feel a kind of way, even though that's them, not you. I think some people are like that. Also, some people, a lot of Black women and men just don't like other Black people. So there's some jealousy and all of that, and some people just don't think she's funny.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, girl, you are in a mess of your own making. I don't know what y'all was on when y'all did that video and thought it was cute, but it was nothing about that video was cute or helpful.
And I still haven't watched it. I just don't even.
It's not as bad. I mean, the children had their clothes on, but it's just it's still, if I had been someone who was molested or sexually assaulted as a child, I could see easily being triggered by that video. Easily.
Speaking of molestation and children, I've been watching the Dahmer.
No, there's no way.
Hold on. So listen, I've been watching the Dahmer thing because I've heard so many people talk about it. They've talked about how horrible it was and this, that, and the other. And so now I'm 3 episodes in, and Ryan Murphy is a clown, but then he's also like good at the same time. But there's a piece of it where there's actual footage of a call. And his casting of the person that made that call, which was actually Niecy Nash, was spot motherfucking on. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was just weird to me. And I was like, okay. But so far, because I remember this stuff happening, there's nothing that has been shocking to me, only because I remember a lot of the story.
Yeah.
What actually, now some of the details of it, some of it is interpreted and kind of fictionalized, for this documentary or for this movie or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about this, because I'm only on, like I said, episode 3. I haven't gotten to finish 4 in the rest of them, whatever. But I see somebody saying episode 6. Louboutin saying episode 6 fucked me up. But I'm gonna get to it. So I just wanted to let y'all know I'm looking at that. I'm gonna probably do a review on that real quick.
Yeah, I have no interest in watching that.
Observing red flags.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. It is definitely a cautionary tale for these gays to just be, dipping out over the girl's house, without knowing anything about them, letting people put stuff in your drink and all that kind of stuff.
That's one piece. But then also the other piece that I want people to understand, and I'm not saying that this is the absolute way to get out of situations like this, but listen, pay attention to your instincts. Like, whatever your instincts are telling you, they're telling you something for a reason.
Let your dick overrule your sense. If you walk in and this shit feels shady,
then walk the fuck out.
You can get your dick wet another time.
Yeah, like,
right now, this is not the move.
Yeah, like, because I want people to pay attention to that. Like, I know in my lifetime, just in general, I've done some really like questionable shit, and I'm kind of happy that I was able to get through some of the shit that I got through to realize, okay, bitch, I'm never doing that again.
Right.
But at the time, had I listened to myself, I'd been like, I should have never done this from the beginning.
Right.
But again, I'll say pay attention to your instincts. But that's enough about that. So on to some happier stuff. Listen, Rihanna is confirmed as a headliner for the motherfucking Super Bowl halftime show.
So does that mean we finally gonna get a new album?
Listen, okay, I don't know about that, but here's what we have. Rihanna posted an NFL branded photo. The image shows the singer's tattooed wrist holding a football against a white background. And her caption was just a period, because it's Ree. So period. That's what she said.
Period.
Period. Poo. That's it. So
period. 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 I can't believe a bitch actually got a record deal saying that. But that's another story.
So on this day, earlier in the day that it was posted, which was September 25th, the reports began circulating that she was in talks to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. By the end of the day, NFL, Rock Nation, and Apple Music confirmed Rihanna's return to the stage. So the Super Bowl itself is scheduled on February 12th, and falling in line with their headliner, the NFL changed their Instagram and Twitter bios to highlight Rihanna, her last name, and beauty empire in and of itself. The marketing team tapped in and switched out one of the words in its licensed acronym, NFL, and that's how football became Fenty. The NFL's head of music, Seth Dodowski, also shared the league's excitement in a statement. He says, "We are thrilled to welcome Rihanna to Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show stage. Rihanna is a once-in-a-generation artist who has been a cultural force throughout her career. They said that we look forward to collaborating with Rihanna, Rock Nation, and Apple Music to bring fans another historic halftime show performance." So notice I said Apple Music because Apple Music is sponsoring the halftime show now.
Yeah.
Last week, the NFL announced that the music platform would take over longtime show partner Pepsi. So bye Pepsi and hello Apple Music. We're going to see how this is going to go. But listen, I guess I'm saying that I'm a Rihanna fan, but I got kind of excited about it, just the idea of it.
Mhm.
So listen, I'm looking forward to it. So I might actually watch the game, maybe little bit of the game, definitely the commercials, and definitely the halftime show. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's where I'm at. What else? Nick Cannon's back in the news. Actually, this is actually not even him. This is actually his baby mama. So his baby mother was firing back on social media. This one is Brianna Tisi. She vented about the hard moments of being a mother because she and Nick Cannon's 2-month-old son is doing what babies do, waking up through the night. Social media jumped all over her, and I got this off of blackamerica.web. They were like, get Nick Cannon to help, and then social media suggested she get Nick Cannon and pay for a night nurse. She replied, keep my parenting, my kid, and my baby's daddy's name out of your mouth. Nick is not my sugar daddy. Nick is my blank child's father. That is all. Watch your blinking mouth when you speak of mine. Girl,
Like,
why are you posting this?
Right. If you don't want nobody to talk about it, no. People be acting like they could just say whatever the fuck they want on the interwebs, and no one's supposed to react or respond.
Somebody's supposed to be like trembling. Like, girl, like.
But on the other hand,
you put it out there.
She put it out there, but also, why are people in her? It's this whole cycle, which I don't get into. She's a new mother, and babies cry all the time, and different mothers handle it differently. And for her, it's a lot, and she just wanted some support from other people, other people who might be going through it. And all you needed to do was either say, yeah, I remember when my son or my daughter was 2 months old and she stopped crying all the time, and so this is what I did to soothe them, or don't say nothing. That's real easy. Always real easy.
That's the easiest thing.
And then she claps back. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna whoop somebody's ass, girl? Just
go sit down.
Everybody just need to shut the fuck up.
Go have several seats. Go have several seats and put that nursing blanket over your shoulder so you can nurse that baby, girl.
Also, girl, that child's only 2 months old, so you knew what Nick Cannon was about when you got with him. So you already knew. He already had 7 of the 9 children when you got with him, so you knew what the game was. So.
Listen, speaking of male gigolos. Mm-hmm. So there's a woman at the center of Emi Udoka's affair, and I believe I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly. Is it Emi Udoka? Okay. So the woman having an affair, right? The woman having an affair with suspended Boston Celtics head coach Emi Udoka was allegedly a travel planner for the team who handled his fiance's travel and moved to Boston, according to TMZ. Who's his fiance? Nia Long. Now, according to
that's how Leah, because people kept talking about Nia Long. I was like, what does Nia Long have to do with any of this?
According to the outlet, the team policy that Udoka violated was having a sexual relationship with a staffer of the franchise, a travel planner for the team who was in charge of booking Long's travel to Boston and road games. The travel planner also helped to coordinate Long's move to the city around 2 weeks ago. Now, the president of the Celtics had some very emotional words because people were attacking some of their female employees and accusing them of being the person who Ime slept with. Now, there was at one point there was some pictures and a name that was floating around. So apparently that's been pulled back. I don't know, but we shall see if their name is going to be released again. But again, the other piece of this story is that this affair reportedly came to light when the woman's husband overheard a conversation on the couple's doorbell camera. Udoka was suspended for the entire 2022-2023 season and released a statement apologizing to his family and to the Celtics. Now, all this time, Nia had been quiet. Well, she just made a statement a couple of days ago, and she emailed the statement to Boston.com Friday morning, and she said, which was almost a week ago, mm-hmm. She said, listen, the outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. She asked, this is what she said. She said, I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I'm a mother and will continue to focus on my children.
So he's single.
But they have been, let's be clear.
So this was Nia Long's fiance. Okay,
that's her fiance. They met back in 2000 and they've been engaged for 10 years.
Oh, girl. Well, then he was never going to marry you.
She has been the person that did not want to actually jump the broom.
Let me just be clear. Male, female, gay, straight, otherwise. If y'all ain't got married in 10 years, you're never going to get married. I only know one exception to that. One of my good friends from college, he was dating the same girl when he arrived at Florida A&M University in 1989, and they have never been apart. But they did not get married until 95 or 96, maybe even a little bit later than that. But they had been dating since like 85. So it was like 13 years between when they met and started dating.
Did they have kids in the process?
No.
Oh. She was like,
I mean,
no.
I don't mean it. I don't mean it like that.
They better not reproduce.
No, I didn't mean it like that. But no, they just never did. And so when they actually did, and they just did it all sneaky. One day he comes back and he was like, "Yeah, we got married last week," and we was like, "What?" But yeah, but generally, if someone doesn't marry you after, I'm gonna say like 5-6 years, they don't. They're not super invested in the concept of
building something,
marriage,
building a future.
Now you know what? Some people are completely happy just being together like that.
And
but
that was part of
Nia's
reasoning too.
Yeah, you need to be comfortable in your spirit that's not going to happen. And then what I've seen it too many times where the longer people go before they get married, the shorter the time is until they get a divorce.
But but that chimes into this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled this from
Lola said my uncle married his girlfriend after 20 plus years. Couldn't be me.
Listen, I get you. But now, so I pulled this from the Shepherd Express News of the Weird for this week, or for last week rather. Ranjita Khandu of Kota Metta, India, has accused her husband of stealing and selling one of her kidneys 4 years ago. Oddity Central reported this. Okay, so Khandu recently discovered after visiting a doctor that she has only one kidney. She believes that when she was treated for kidney stones 4 years ago, her husband secretly arranged for one of her kidneys to be removed and sold on the black market. She says, "I was unaware of the whole incident." She says she even knows who he sold it to, and named the person, Asim Haldar, who also lives in her district. And she said Kundu and her husband were married for 12 years before he took off with another woman 8 months ago. Kundu said with help from his sister, he sold the organ to make up for dowry money he believed he was owed. Police have taken him into custody and are investigating. Bitch, what is there to investigate? He done told you. He done took her damn kidney and sold it because he only got a half a sheep for her dowry.
A whole kidney.
Oh my God. I can't. I listen.
The amount of beat ass that would happen.
So how much do kidneys go for on the black market these days?
Apparently a lot, because what show was
Let's see if we can find out.
Remember that episode of what was the show about the two plastic surgeons?
Nip Tuck.
And in one of the episodes, there was this woman. I might be confusing shows, but I remember watching some show where basically they got this dude drunk, and he woke up in a tub filled with ice because that'll keep you from dying when they take the kidney out, because it slows your system. And they basically left a notice like, "Dear Bob, we have taken your kidney. You need to get to the emergency room immediately." ASAP. So yeah. Lola says, "I think it varies by location." What you know about that? Is that what Lola does? Is that why you was late? Because you had to deliver that kidney real quick? I'm just messing with you, Lola. Anyway,
there's a lot of searches like this, and like people, but I need to stop doing this because I don't want nobody to sit there looking at my email address and be like, "What is you looking for a kidney?" I am not looking for a kidney.
And then the girls be like, "See, I knew."
Let me type in there like, "I am not looking for a kidney," but I'm sure. But let's say how much is a kidney transplant? I think that's like,
that's like expensive. All right, so we've got a little something. Lola said, "Uber don't pay the bills."
You know what?
I wouldn't say that out loud, Lola. All right, so I got a little something for you.
My new favorite wings. So these are actually made from jackfruit and.
What did I say on that? All right, Let's try it again.
Oh, Jesus.
That's my boy. No, my boy.
My new favorite wings. So these are actually made from jackfruit and pasta.
There are no depths to the levels of war crimes that I would commit if I thought I was biting into a delicious, juicy chicken wing. And I got jackfruit and pasta.
My new favorite wings. So these are actually made from jackfruit and pasta.
There are no depths to the levels of war crimes that I would commit
Oh,
if I thought I was biting into a delicious, juicy chicken wing. And I got jackfruit and pasta.
Same. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat the jackfruit and whatever, but it ain't a motherfucking. It's the same. Like another good friend from college, his wife is vegetarian, or I don't think she's vegan. I think she's just vegetarian. She couldn't have been because we had blue cheese with these wings. But she made these cauliflower. She said, I'm making vegetarian buffalo wings. And I'm like, I'm looking at her over my glasses like, Tanya.
Girl, do you want me to just go ahead and call Domino's or call Wingstop? Or
I mean, we could just get a vegetable pizza.
Like,
I mean, I'm fine with that. And then she was like, no, they're made with cauliflower. And I'm like,
okay, I'll encourage you.
Now, they were very good.
Good for you.
They actually were very, very good. Like I didn't feel unsatisfied when we finished it, but it's not a buffalo wing. It's just not.
Good for you.
Fried cauliflower, you take the cauliflower, you put it in the air fryer, little garlic oil on it and everything, and then you let that shit get crispy.
Listen,
and
call a thing a thing.
Exactly.
Don't call it no damn buffalo wing. Just call
put that
it
in the pan and then toss it in the buffalo sauce. The shit is good as hell, but it ain't a motherfucking buffalo wing.
Call it buffalo jackfruit. That's what you're gonna call it. But don't call it
buffalo cauliflower, which more people are doing. Don't be calling it a fucking vegan buffalo wing because it ain't.
But FYI, the average cost of a kidney transplant in the United States is $442,000. The procurement
$442,000.
The procurement piece is $113,000.
That's why they're going on the black market, because you got two of them, so you could theoretically. Well, apparently this woman lived for how many years ago was that? Did that happen?
Listen, she got rid of one of them, and it happened 4 years ago for her.
4 years ago, so she lived for 4 years without even realizing anything was wrong.
Yeah, the organ acquisition. Oh yeah, because it says the cost of organ acquisition is $12,000. Oh.
My God.
Lord have mercy.
Couldn't be me, my boy.
But anyway.
It's gonna be a short show.
What's the I thought you had another TikTok.
No, that was it.
Oh, that's
I've been super busy this week, so I am delinquent on my TikTok time. I haven't gotten to do a lot of TikTok. I have had a strict schedule of things that need to get done.
We don't need to, because I can make it to Popeyes, because I'm hungry. I can listen. We talk about this all the
time.
All
right, kids. So let's roll this beautiful.
We'll be right back.
Footage.
Plus, we're going on vacation soon.
Magnetic, so you can hang like your towel and other stuff on that. I bought these hooks so I can like hang my phone, and then I bought this little grommet thing for like $11 so I can punch a little grommet in it, and then so like I could I could
Okay.
hang my keys and other things like off the center, so like everything is on the front of me
Okay.
like
That'll
that.
work.
And then also like this tablet has I can like when I'm on the
Okay.
plane, I can instead of having one thing that I don't have to carry
That's what I need to do. I need to download some motherfucking movies to my
to your tablet.
yeah. That's what I need
And
to do.
then I bought this extension cord. It's got 9 it's got 9 outlets, 369, and then plus 3 USBs, so that'll be perfect for the cruise.
I
Oh,
wonder
and you
if
know
I
what
could-
else I need to get? I need to get a little travel steamer.
Do you have a bathroom, right?
Yeah, but I don't.
Hang that shit in the shower in the bathroom while you take a shower.
Yeah, but
Shake it off and keep it moving. We on the boat. Listen, because I don't even know how many days. I don't think I'm packing 2 pair of shorts because I'm ready to be like
well, when you got to get off of the boat at some point.
2 pair of shorts. Like I said. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
The show was very chaotic, but the show was as chaotic every year.
What do you mean it's chaotic, Lola? It was chaotic. It wasn't chaotic. It was short. Is that what you're saying? Because it wasn't chaotic.
It was lovely. Anyway, so
but anyway, we really appreciate you
how
spending
much
time with
travel
us.
steamers are.
And we appreciate that you could actually do things with everybody else. And we're glad that you actually came and spent some time with us. But I'm getting a little antsy and he's a little tired. And
Baby, I am tired.
yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. Like I'm kind of like get ready to look at my eyes get ready to get a little droopy. But we really, really appreciate you all tuning in though.
You can't bring a steamer on the ship, they will take it, but if they don't ever see it, they won't know that it's there. Because I have back in the day,
Why can you not bring a steamer on the
you're not supposed to bring like an iron. You're not supposed to bring any of that stuff.
They make travel irons. You put that shit in your bag and keep it moving.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
anything that they don't see. But if they see an iron, I mean, like if you got hair curlers, they won't take your hair curlers. But if you bring an iron on the cruise ship and you leave it out your cabin, at least the cabin steward will take it because you're not supposed to have an iron. And anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about all that.
There's an iron even on the ship.
Yes, but that is in a confined
room. I'm just saying,
room.
yeah.
And I don't ever want to go in that room because there's always standing water in the fucking room, and it's like a line of people trying to use it. So no.
Whatever. We're not gonna worry about that because I ain't bringing no skin. Listen, I'm gonna be wrinkled the entire time.
I mean, I'm not actually going to buy a steamer.
Are we
going to leave it alone.
Do we have to even for the captain's dinner thing? Do we have to get dressed like a pair of pants or something? Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. So I was like, I'll eat at the other buffet. Listen, anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you for being
It's been lovely. It's been short. It's been perfectly delightful.
It's been fine. I'm so glad we had this time together just to laugh and tell a joke or two. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's where we are. So thank y'all for coming out.
All right, it's been lovely. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you and good night.
We doing low now?
Bye.